Let me share something amazing with you. So, I've been studying the book of Judges recently, sometime last week. All of a sudden, I believe it was through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. I just have so much. I was just so eager to study the book of Judges. I was supposed to be doing Hosea, by the way, but I just had this serious appetite, this heavy, it's so huge appetite for the book of Judges. And I was like, okay, since my heart is just there, I just have to go back because it's been so long I studied, like I went through the book of Judges, right? So I was like, okay, since my heart is just there and it doesn't want to leave, let me go back to the book of Judges. I am telling you, I'm so excited about it. I want to talk about the Gideon. Okay, that's Jerubbaal, but I want to say something small before I go to Gideon, because it is the story of Gideon that I want to use to talk about something very powerful that I learned. Okay, but I want to touch on something. Have you guys ever studied the book of Judges chapter? I want you all to go study the book of Judges chapter 3, and okay, let's say 3 and 4 years, where it talked about this. There's this story about Deborah, right? 3, 4, and 5 years, I think. Yes, exactly, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the fifth one is just about giving praises to God. Barak and Deborah were singing and giving praises to God. But you see the 3 and 4, go and read about it again. Hey, hey, I see women doing amazing things, like, oh my goodness, women doing amazing things. See Deborah, when the whole country or the whole region of Israel was in chaos because they sinned against God, they had to go seek after a prophetess Deborah. And this woman, when they came to, look for her, to ask her, what do? We are tired of those people. These people have finished us. And she began to prophesy. I mean, she began to give, goodness. That story gave me goosebumps. Like, I was like, like, it's amazing how our Father uses women. Like, any woman that can submit to the Most High, that woman is gonna do amazing things in life. Like, okay, like, I just wanted to ship that in there, right? I love it. I enjoyed it. And look at, I mean, that story, like, you see the Judges chapter 4. Oh my, did you see Jael? She was the one that finished off the king. She literally destroyed this man, lured him into her chamber, comforted him. Come on, no problem, don't worry, you're safe here. And then she was one that hey, you guys need to go study the scriptures for yourself. Amazing. Deborah warned Barak about it, and she told him, if you are gonna allow me go with you, you want me to go, because Deborah already gave instructions on what to do, how to go to war and win. And Barak was like, no, I don't want to go alone, you come with me, Deborah. That means obviously this woman is a warrior prophetess. Guys, are you seeing what women did? Like, she was a warrior, because if she did not have that composure, there's no way Barak would have told her to come with him. She was, I don't want to imagine, like, I don't want to imagine too much. This woman was obviously a warrior, because for Barak, come with me, that means that she's equal to the task. And she went, and she, oh my, these women, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, I'm literally so proud of these women. They did an amazing thing for the kingdom, and we are learning from their story, and we're very happy about what they did in their own time, and we pray we do better in our own time. So that takes me to the story of Gideon. So Gideon was called a mighty man of valor. Did you know that, like, the children of Israel, they sinned against God? And of course, each time you sin, like, I literally want to do a collation here. Like, I want to talk about these, and I refer it to our own time, right? Sin is one thing that usually, if you study the scriptures properly, you're going to discover that sin is one thing that usually separates us from God. And when we sin, like he's not happy about it. He just wants us to be, like, and every single laws he's kept for us is amazing. It enables us, not just us alone, but we and every other person around us, to be safe and to live happily on planet earth, right? So when Israel sinned against God, and then Israel are the people that God used in showing us a pattern, a way in order for we to live our lives, right? So when they sin, God is angry. God leaves them alone, and their enemies comes and begin to do things against them. And that's how it works. Even till today, to tomorrow, till this world comes to an end, that will always be the way that this world will always operate on, right? So as they sinned against God, again, that's after the time of Deborah. They cried to God and God heard them. Now let's see what God is going to do with the person that he has called to liberate them. All right. And then he's calling Gideon. And then Gideon is one of the, I think he's from the tribe of Ephraim, right? The one of the smallest groups amongst the children of Israel. And then is it Ephraim or Manasseh? I think I have to take a look at it again. But this, so he was what, from one of the least tribes in Israel. I think that's Manasseh. Yeah, Manasseh. And this guy is like, and then being whom he is, like, I think the suffering of the people have taken away their identity. They no longer understand what's going on with them. So obviously when the angel of the Most High, came to him and told him, Gideon, that mighty man of valor, he was like, what? Mighty man of valor, okay. He's lost his identity, and the angel and God had to remind him of whom he is, right? And he's like, how me that I'm from the least tribe in Israel, Manasseh, I mean, what do you want to do with me, blah 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 blah, common man like as me. And God began to, talk to, and the angel began to converse with him. And let me tell you something that opened my eye to so much thing. Like, a lot of things can be happening in our lives that will literally place us in the place where we no longer know whom we are. We're just living, we're just existing. We don't even know our identity anymore. And that's what God did. God had to remind him of whom he is. So that is applicable to every one of us. Like, literally every one of us. It happened with me as well. When I began to grow in relationship with God, he had to remind me of whom I am. First off, when he came to me, he made himself like, he had to tell me like, look, I am your father, and you have to obey me, you have to follow me, you have to do the things that I ask you to do. You have to go and you have to, like, literally, like, I'm just like trying to rephrase this, like, to make you understand what I'm trying to say, right? And everything that happened around my life, like, reveals exactly what's going on with Gideon. You are this. And then after he's done with, getting to let us understand whom we are, the next thing that happens when you encounter God is that I got interrupted. So what happens is that the moment you have encounter with God, the first things that begins to happen is that Father will first off, like, kind of introduce, after he's like, you've come to him or he comes to you, however, whichever way, it happens both ways. I've seen people who say that they were just on their own and God began to speak to them, right? So either way, so the first things that happened, like, for me, and is like kind of relating to Gideon's story. You mighty man of valor is like, you daughter of mine, something like that. And it begins to make you wonder. Then you have to have a deep conversation. You begin to ask, you see that conversation that Gideon began to have with the angel, that is what begins to happen with you. You know that we operate differently these days. Like, you can literally begin to battle with your spirit, things like, as a lot of things begin to happen, like your mind begin to go to this place and that place. So it happens, and then before you know what, you are now beginning to identify, like, what the problem is. God will begin to show you what your issues are. And here in Gideon's story, we see that idol worship was the problem, because the children of Yasharel, Israel, they were worshiping idols, and that was one of the things that made God turn his eyes away from them. They can do a lot of nonsense, but the moment idol worshiping comes in, that's one of the issues I have with people, the religious body, people who are so deep into religion. Religion differs from relationship, whether you like it or yes, that's the truth. If you're busy, if you're just a regular church goer, or you are busy with the church or whatever, the building, and you don't have a relationship with God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry again, because I don't know what to tell you. You have to be in a place where you can converse with the Father. Yes, that's the whole thing. The children of Israel, they were never. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys observed the way they lived their life was quite different from the regular. I'm telling you, if you study the scriptures, you begin to learn that the building is not actually the thing. The thing is you. You are actually the church, and that is what makes the difference. So here we see that Gideon was being called, and Father began to reveal to him what the problem was. And immediately the problem was revealed, he gave him a solution. You go to your father's house and put on those authors. Yes, God could be telling you to do something and you feel like, how do I do? And even Gideon complained. He was like, how do I do that? And imagine because of this, because he felt like, oh, this is not a regular thing. He had to do it in the night. And when he did that at night, the following morning, those idol worshippers began to weep and they began to cry. And I love what Gideon's father, that means this man obviously was on the side of his son. All right. He was like, okay, I'm sure that Gideon must have explained to him, Father, I have to do this, because, and he saw reasons with him. And he was like, are you crying for your God? Your God, if he's powerful, should defend himself. And that was amazing. And guess what happened afterwards? Gideon's faith began to be built. Some of the things that God does with us, like in our journey, are one of the things that build our faith. Like, it is the testimony is the thing. Yeah, what he does is the thing. Like, literally, what Gideon, he had to pull down those altars. You have to take down the altars. If you're holding on to the past, you're holding on to those things that your fathers, your mothers, that they did that profited them nothing. I'm telling you, there's no way you're not gonna move forward. A lot of us are stuck. A lot of people are stuck in this pulling down the idol. Yes, you've been called by God. Yes, God has spoken to you. Yes, you now have a lot of knowledge about God. You now study the scriptures, but you're yet to take down those idols. If you're yet to take down those idols, I'm telling you, you're still stuck in a particular place. You're not moving. You can't go to that war that Gideon went and became victorious if you're here to take down the if you can't take down the idol. If you can't take down the idol, there's no way. The idols has to be pulled down. You are stuck in a particular place. You're yet to move to the next level. The next level is where, after putting down these authors, now Gideon had to go to war, and God began to select people that had to go to war with him. And let me tell you all something. Even before he got to the place he's supposed to fight, there's already victory waiting for him because he has followed all the instructions that God has given to him. So a lot of people are stuck in the pulling down the idol place. Your idol could be anything that you see that is so good to you, but you know is bad. That can be, it could all as well mean a literal idol. It could be that you love being in a building where God does not reside, and you don't want to leave your pastor, you don't want to leave your church, you just want to be stuck there, and you're just there, and God is waiting for you to put on that idol so you can move to the next level, and you have said no. You've literally said no. You don't want to take it down. I'm telling you, the next phase, which is victory at last, you won't be able to get there until you pull down your idol. I literally learned, like, this was so inspiring to me. I love it. I mean, this literally relates to my story. You have to put down the idol in order for you to get to the next level. And if you don't do that, I'm telling you, you'll be stuck there. You might be there for years. And it's not even a joke. These are the steps. You have been called. You have to listen. You have to converse. You have to take down your idol. You have to know whom you are. And you have to get the victory. And let me tell you something. When God is with you, victory is assured. That's true. Nothing can stop that from happening. So your victory is assured if you take down the idol. I hope. I hope this is bringing up something wonderful out of you right now. This should be making. You should be having goosebumps, like, and you should literally be having goosebumps like right now. A lot of people are stuck in a place where, yes, God has called you. Yes, you now know whom you are. Yes, you understand the assignment. But you don't want to take down the idol in order to get victory. You're just stuck there and you're like, do you know who I am? I'm a child of God. We all know you're a child of God. We all know you have the anointing. We all know that you have the word. We all know that. But come on. The idol is still there. I can still see your churchianity, your religious attitude, you don't want to leave a particular kind of character, all those things are just there. I still see your idol. Yeah. I still see your idol. And you don't want to put down this idol. That's why you're stuck. There's a lot of people are stuck because they don't want to take down their idol. And I tell you, if you take down that idol, the next thing that's going to happen is going to wow you. I hope you found value, and I hope this word spoke to you, because guess what? I have lots of revelation that I'm going to share. We're going to be here for like 3 hours long, and I'm not going to even, I'm not going to stop talking. But with this, I'm sure that you understood already what I'm trying to say, communicate with you. Guys, take down your idol, learn to unlearn in order to become better, so that you can live the life that God has destined for you, which is a life of victory in Him, because He's with you. And if He's with you, everything, no one can be against you, and victory is assured in Him. Oh, okay. I think this is okay. This is enough. God bless you all. See you in my next one. Yahweh bless you and keep you and make His light shine upon you. See you on my next one.